Every month the money arrives, and every month it disappears. Not because you spent it on anything dramatic, not because of one bad decision, just quietly, consistently, gone. You earn more than your parents ever did. You work harder than most people you know. And yet the number in your account at the end of every month tells a story that does not match the effort you put in. Here is the truth nobody tells you when you get your first paycheck. A salary is not wealth. It never was. And the people who figured out the difference stopped being surprised by empty bank accounts forever. What a salary actually is. Most people spend their entire working lives confusing two completely different things: income and wealth. They are not the same thing. They are not even close to the same thing. Your salary is income. It is a flow. Money moving from your employer to your account on a schedule. The moment it stops flowing, it stops existing. Wealth is something completely different. Wealth is a store. Money that exists whether you work or not. Money that grows whether you are awake or asleep. Money that does not require your time to keep arriving. Here is the simplest way to understand the difference. Your salary answers the question, how much do you earn? Your wealth answers the question, how long could you survive if you never worked again? For most people, earning a salary, that answer is terrifying. 2 months, maybe 3, and that gap between what you earn and how long you could survive is the exact size of the wealth problem most people never solve. The 3 things your salary does instead of building wealth. Every salary that arrives in your account faces an immediate battle. 3 forces are waiting to consume it before it ever becomes wealth. Force 1, lifestyle. The moment your income increases, your lifestyle expands to meet it. New apartment, better car, nicer restaurants, more subscriptions. Economists call this lifestyle inflation. Most people call it living their best life. The result is the same either way. The raise arrived. The raise disappeared. The bank account looks identical to last year. Force 2, the government. Before your salary ever reaches your account, a portion is already gone. Income tax, Social Security, Medicare, state tax. Depending on where you live, between 20% and 40% of your gross salary never becomes your money at all. You work Monday and Tuesday of every week for the government. Wednesday through Friday is yours. Most people have never thought about their salary this way. Force 3, debt. The average American carries $96,000 in personal debt. Credit cards, car loans, student loans, mortgages. Every debt payment is your salary flowing directly out of your account into someone else's wealth-building system. You pay the bank. The bank gets wealthy. You stay exactly where you are. These 3 forces, lifestyle, inflation, taxes, and debt, consume the average salary so completely that genuine wealth building never gets started. Not because people do not want to build wealth, because the salary arrives already spoken for. What wealthy people do differently. Here is what changes everything. Wealthy people do not think about their salary the way you were taught to think about yours. You were taught, earn money, then spend what is left. Wealthy people do the exact opposite. Earn money, then save and invest first, then spend what is left. That single reversal, pay yourself first, is the entire secret. Not a complicated investment strategy, not a high-paying job, not luck or inheritance, just the decision to make wealth building the first expense, not the last. Here is what that looks like in practice. The salary arrives before the rent gets paid, before the car payment leaves, before the groceries get bought. A fixed percentage, minimum 20%, moves automatically into an investment account. The rest funds the life, not the other way around. The wealthy do not have more discipline than you. They built a system that removes the need for discipline. Automatic transfers do not require willpower. They just require setup, the number that changes how you see every paycheck. Let me show you what paying yourself first actually produces. Average salary in America, $60,000 a year. 20% invested automatically. $12,000 a year, $1,000 a month. $1,000 invested in a low-cost S&P 500 index fund at the historical average return of 10% per year. After 10 years, $204,000. After 20 years, $765,000. After 30 years, 2,260,000. You did not get a better job. You did not start a business. You did not win anything. You just redirected 20 cents of every dollar you already earned away from lifestyle inflation and into a system that compounds quietly while you live your life. The salary did not change. The system around the salary changed. And that system change is the entire difference between a person who works until 65 because they have to, and a person who stops working at 55 because they chose to. Why most people never start. Here is the honest reason most people never make this change. The 20% feels impossible. Looking at the bills, looking at the rent, looking at the lifestyle that has already expanded to consume the entire salary. 20% feels like deprivation. But here is what the research consistently shows. People who automate their investing and live on 80% of their income do not report feeling deprived. Within 3 months, the lifestyle adjusts. The brain stops expecting the 20% because it never sees it. The automatic transfer happens before the money touches the spending account. What you never see, you never miss. The only painful moment is the setup. One afternoon, one automatic transfer created, one decision made. And from that moment forward, the system runs without you. Your salary finally starts building something. Not for your landlord, not for your car dealer, not for the credit card company, for you. Your salary was never going to make you wealthy on its own. No salary ever has. What builds wealth is the system you build around the salary. Pay yourself first. Automate the investment. Live on what remains. That is not a complicated strategy. That is the entire strategy. The people earning $40,000 a year who retire wealthy, and the people earning $120,000 a year who retire broke, are separated by exactly one thing: the system they built, or failed to build, around their income. Your salary arrives next month. The question is, what will your system do with it? Subscribe to Finance with Dre, because next week, we are going to talk about the one financial mistake that costs the average person more than their mortgage, their car, and their student loans combined. And most people make it before age 30. You do not want to miss that one.